A very warm welcome to all our viewers. We are very humbled to have with us today Mrs. Sudha Murty, chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. Now, of course, she is someone who we have all come to know as being multifaceted, an acclaimed author, philanthropist, as well as Padma Shri. And she is one of the leading women over the years who has taken up the cause for social work and supporting social transformation and change here in India. More recently, through the foundation's Aarohan Social Innovation Initiative that is now closing around its second edition. So thank you so much for your time, ma'am.
Namaste.
I want to start off by asking you about the kind of work and the significance of what you do really. Specifically looking at the Aarohan initiative, you say it's about innovation that stems from a lab called Life. And that's a very interesting way of looking at it.
Well, when you look at social entrepreneurs, normally they are not encouraged compared to tech entrepreneurs. But the effect of technology is always there. But effect of social innovation is very relevant today. And we thought about it at foundation and we decided that we will have such a competition. And we are not sure how many people will apply, what kind of things will be there. But to our surprise, it was very successful. So we decided that we will have one more edition. See every year. This year the entries were much better. Then we also can see the pattern there. Lot more using technology to the medical equipment or more in the medical science field, and we felt we should encourage it.
Right. So as you pointed out, in most cases when it comes to social work, a lot of the work goes unnoticed and unrecognized. So how are you going about recognizing and identifying these social innovators and helping them scale?
It's a quite big subject. So what we do, and we are not experts in every field. So we accept the application with a prototyping video or something should be there. It's not only the ideas. Somebody should have dirtied their hand, that is important. And then, from 1,700, we'll bring it to 30. We have assigned this work to someone, an organization. They will give us last 30. Then we have excellent judges, 5 judges. They will go through that and they will decide who will be the winners. There will be 2 types of winners. One is a gold winner of 20 lakhs and a silver winner of 10 lakhs. So it is left to those judges who are well known in many fields, particularly in social entrepreneurs. Their judgment, to respect it.
And if you can give us a sense of the winners and the participants this time around and how they stand to benefit going forward.
Yeah, there is one winner. I felt very nice, a person who in one prick can find out chikungunya, malaria, and third one was dengue, I suppose. Instead of 3 pricks, one is that. There are many are there, but ultimately what judges have done, I have not seen because it is their decision.
You are no stranger to struggles, hardships and challenges. So if you can talk about, any participant or program in specific that has inspired you in any way.
Like you said, life is a journey or a lab, and I've seen so many things in life. So many people struggling, punished by society unnecessarily, stigma, disease, all those things. So probably the House of Tatas, who started their initiative to help people in 1996, they are the first, probably the first NGO, I suppose. And when I see poor people on the road, I always feel they are my inspiration. I feel I should work for them. Because ultimately, it is the compassion which makes us to work. It is not the award, it is not the money, it is not the glamour or glory, none of them. It is the compassion towards fellow human being has made me to work for them. And I got this hint when I was in House of Tatas, when I was young. So I saw their work and it always inspired me, initiated me. When I have money, I should be like them.
What is your view in terms of the current state and the need for more social innovation and entrepreneurship?
See, what happens now? There is a difference between social innovation and other innovation. And the other innovation, people, family supports, people respect. There is a venture or angel funding will be there. For these people, most of them come from not a wealthy background, and they are not sure how people will take it. Family has to struggle along with them, and then there are no angel funding. And that is the main reason they cannot scale up, they cannot try new method. It is not easy for them. And that is when we felt it at Foundation, we should step in. We can give them money to handhold them, and after the award, if they are interested, we send them to IIT Hyderabad for a 3 weeks training in case they want to scale up or anything. And this kind of money, and we don't have any interest to get the money back, or we don't have any vested interest in these awards, because it becomes like a capital to them probably. Suppose they make it big, we will not claim anything from them. Unlike angel funding, they will ask for return on equity. Here, we are not asking. And this also gives them a kind of a benefit or a kind of confidence that somebody has appreciated. And again, we connect them to probably the right people, like Anil Gupta is there, who is very well known in entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship. Such people will also guide them.
And what would your advice be to people who take up such challenging work in order to stay motivated and stay the course?
Easy to tell, saying that, oh, don't give up, pursue. Because, they really require guidance. Many times they have ideas, they are prototyping, but scaling up, they should think of scaling up. If you scale up, your volume will be more. Then you will be able to break through or break even, you can say. Otherwise, it's not possible. You do it only for small percentage of people, then you will not be able to be successful. So I want to tell all these innovators, think of scaling up.
Now, when you look at entrepreneurship as a whole, the entire ecosystem, what do you think is really missing? On one side, you have all these angel investors and money coming in, but what is it that the one thing an entrepreneur needs?
Passion. Without passion, nobody can do. Passion to do and believe in it, what he or she is thinking of it. And you have to be ready for the sacrifices without knowing the results. And you should have that courage to cross unknown territory or your comfort zone. If you are in 9-to-5 job, you don't have problem. You will get money. There is a comfortable zone. You are happy. Your family is happy. You can live like that. But people who have passion, people who are courageous enough to cross the barrier of comfortable zone and try something new, those people will be probably successful. That's written somewhere. Bernard Shaw has told that unreasonable people are the great inventors, or that way, or something similar to that. It is not a cushy life. It's unreasonable people. Along with their family, they have to work, and then only they can make a change. Ships are safest in the harbor, but they are not meant to be there.
That's a nice way of looking at it. It's been about 23 years since the inception of the Infosys Foundation. You've touched many lives across sectors in different ways. So what next?
As I know, we have plenty of projects. There's nothing like what next. We do so many projects, it's continuous. There are many multi-year projects are there, there's single-year projects are there. There is flood, natural disasters are there. So as and when we have continuous work, because there are continuous difficulties in our probably in our society, country, or the world for that matter. But we work only in India. 2019 we had 4 or 5 floods. So all our money has to be removed from other projects and just cater on that. We are building houses, the toilets, schools, it goes on that. So for us there is never ending. There is one job I think which is never ending. This is one job where you get maximum satisfaction. This is one area of work where every day I feel is a holiday, because I really like my work.
You have a very refreshing way of looking at things. And even when you look at your stories, you've authored many accounts of very ordinary people living extraordinary lives, doing extraordinary things. You are in fact one of them. So what does it take to be that way?
You have to look at positive side of everybody. If you look at positive side of every event, everybody, then you have always a story inside a human being. You think about it than saying that negative side, that person is not good. There are positive, negative, both are there in a human being. Nobody is perfect. Or any event, there is positive side, negative side. I like to see always on positive side. That could be the reason that my stories have a positive ending. My stories are much more hope for many people, I suppose.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. And more power to you and your efforts in transforming society as it. Thank you.
Oh, a lot of work yet to be done. Lot of work yet to be done.
For the latest updates on the Indian startup ecosystem, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.